Welcome to Unveiled, the HPD podcast where you dive into the world of policing, or in this case, dispatching. I'm your host, Christina Wright, a 26-year veteran of dispatching, and today I'm proud to be joined by Imani Bilal, Deidre Robinson, and Jada Thorne. Ladies, take a moment and tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been a dispatcher, and what your role is.
Yeah, so I have been with HPD as a dispatcher for the last 3 years. I recently just got promoted back in January as a senior dispatcher.
I have been with HPD as a dispatcher for 6 years, and I've been a communications supervisor for 3 years.
And I've been with dispatch for 4 years, and I was promoted to supervisor last year in April, I believe. So coming up on a year.
Nice to have you all here with me. So, Imani, what decisions do you make in the first 30 seconds of a call that could impact the outcome of the call?
So typically within the first 30 seconds of a call, I like to analyze the tone of the caller. We pretty much get a lot of the information within that first 30 seconds, verifying the address, the nature of the call, getting a little notes to drop it so the dispatcher can get it out. But I typically just try to be engaged with the citizens and comfort them to, depending on what the emergency that is at hand.
Thank you. And Deidre, what does a typical shift for you seem?
Well, I wish I could tell you that there's a typical shift, but in dispatch there just isn't. As a supervisor, we have our daily operations, things that we do the same every day, but the good thing, and maybe sometimes the bad thing for someone who's used to routine, is that dispatch never has a typical day. That's really up to the citizens of Hampton what kind of day you're going to have.
Thank you. Jada, tell me, how do you learn to stay calm under pressure?
So typically when we're answering a 911 call, the emergency that they're calling you about is already over. So I feel like if you keep that thought at the forefront of your mind, it's really easy to not get yourself worked up with the caller, and you can't help them if you're also, stressed out and just at the same level as they are. So you just have to remind yourself that the more calm that you are, the quicker you can get them the help that they need. And like I said, 9 times out of 10, the emergency is already over. They just need help afterwards to either calm themselves down or have the report taken. So,
yeah, you have to realize their emergency isn't your emergency.
Yeah.
And it's best to stay calm in a hectic situation.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, this is for the whole group.
Okay.
How has the career as a dispatcher changed you as a person?
I definitely would say it has made me more empathetic. I've always felt like I've been personable with people, but just knowing that I'm really helping someone, and you just never know the type of day people are having, and they're really just depending on us. And even though we might not be out there seeing them in person, just our voice and the calmness, like these ladies said, staying calm and assisting them the best way that they can. It makes you feel good. It does.
I would say it can be a blessing and a curse, because I am way more hyper aware of the things that can go wrong in life now. I think what they say is very true. Ignorance is bliss. Sometimes, where you don't realize when you're doing something that may be great, that it could be dangerous at the same time, and this could be a day that changes your life. But we hear those calls every day. Yeah. And so while it's made me hyper aware as a person, as a woman, as a mother, which is great, it also kind of takes the fun out of some things. You've done really great things in this life, and you're already thinking about the things that can go wrong. Yeah. And so it's a catch-22 with us, because, I've done great things in dispatch. I've had a baby, I've bought a house. I've been skydiving. We went skydiving, right? And I instantly think about, okay, but this could go wrong, this could go wrong. Let me think about it ahead of time. So I don't know. It kind of takes the fun out of some things, and people don't really want to hang out with you as much, because you're like, make sure you're prepared for stuff first.
And that not the things that you didn't know beforehand. They started this job, and now 26 years later for me, it's changed. I used to be ignorant. Like you said, ignorant is bliss. You don't think about it. You go to the store, you're whatever. Yeah. Now, I go to the store and I'm like, where's my purse? My doors are locked. Where did I park? Make sure,
emergency exit, all of those things. Yeah.
Jada and I just bought a house. We were on Amazon together looking at fire extinguishers and fire escape ladders and
fire blankets, all the things.
Yeah, because we've been through some really traumatic fires, and we're like, we don't want this to happen to us. We don't want to be ill prepared. So
definitely makes you more aware.
Absolutely, really which is a great thing. But it's also your body is always on guard, always.
Yeah. And it makes you, like she was saying, kind of feel like the Debbie Downer, but it's not necessarily that you're trying to be like like that. You don't want to mom everybody, but
Right.
for us as mothers, it's kind of easy.
It's kind of easy to do.
So because you want everybody to be safe, and like you really do see so many different things every day. You see this sometimes repeat calls, but you see different outcomes, and it's like such small differences here and there that make such an impact at somebody's survival rate or how the rest of their day can continue. But having kids, like for me personally, living in the city, like knowing that I'm putting my best effort forward, like I would want somebody to be doing the same thing, knowing that it's my kid that's out there.
Exactly.
So I feel like it keeps you connected.
Yeah, absolutely. Keeps you grounded in the things that happen in this life, for sure.
But it's so hard. You got to keep your anxiety in check.
Yeah, absolutely. If you don't know how to compartmentalize and know, you know, when to seek help when things are going a little too, you know,
and also know
things
that
get a little scrambling.
When things happen in the city, you can't just call your family and say, "Hey, I need you to not go here, not go here, not do this."
Yeah, you're in the thick of it. You don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Well, not even just not you don't have
The
time.
confidentiality.
Just the confidentiality.
But yes,
you're just like you can't call them and say, "I just don't need you to go here. I need you to not go here."
No, but you can't even think
tell
about.
them.
You don't have time to think about anybody outside of like you're at work. You're on the caller with that. They're on the phone with that caller specifically. You get them the help that they need, and you move on to the next one. You don't even have. You just have to have the confidence that the officers and the firefighters and EMS, the people that you're sending out there, are going to do their best.
Are doing their best, just like you're trying to do your best. Exactly.
Okay, I got another quick question for you.
Okay.
So, what are the type of things that the citizens don't realize we do in dispatch?
Everything.
Take that.
Everything.
One of the top off my head is we do CPR over the phone. We deliver babies over the phone.
Yes, I just delivered a baby the other day. I did.
So-
That was so fun.
So, but what are the things that the types of calls that people don't expect us that we get and we handle?
Oh goodness.
Man, I mean, I think you're right in thinking about cardiac arrest and a baby. There's such a sense of responsibility in it. Like you could be delivering CPR instructions and possibly listening to somebody take their last breath, and 2 seconds later you're delivering a baby listening to somebody take their first. There's a power in that. And then the next call you get, you know, you're getting a barking dog and you're like,
or someone calling
life is so trippy.
Right.
Yeah.
What time is it? What's today's date again? Or are they picking up trash tomorrow? And it's like,
it's so crazy the things
It's like a
that you're
roller
going to
coaster
get.
of highs and lows, and you're just like, what am I going to have today? I don't know.
Absolutely.
And you'll go from mid-conversation. You could be talking about something personable, like with a coworker. You could be doing something like strenuous at work. You're trying to get a training done real quick, and then phone start ringing off the hook, and boom, you're in the middle of providing life-saving instructions to somebody. And 2 minutes ago, you were
on fire.
going to pick out what piece of candy you want for a snack to keep you up.
Exactly. You were just going to get a water bottle, and now somebody's life is completely altered.
Yes, it can go 0 to 100, as they say,
Real quick. Exactly.
What would you say to the citizens? What would you want them to know about our job that you think they should know?
I'll start definitely with, we are here to help. You know, that is our main goal.
Yeah.
We all are human. And we all can speak on that, but that is what we are here to do, is to assist the public, you know, the best way that we can.
Absolutely.
The questions are necessary.
Yes.
We know that, like we know they're repetitive, they can be frustrating, but at the end of the day, they're designed to be asked in a certain order to make sure that not only are you safe, but like our officers and our firefighters are safe as well. Like we're genuinely trying to make sure we're everybody's mom.
Yeah.
Like we're just trying to make sure everybody is safe. We're
everyone.
keeping track of everyone. Like we just want to make sure everything is, all of the boxes are checked, our T's are crossed, our I's are dotted. But I know that sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment, because I've had to call 911 before, and like the questions, they do seem tedious, and it's like, okay, can we get to the point? But I mean, they really are necessary.
Realizing that officers and paramedics are on the way as we're asking.
Yes.
We're not slowing them down by asking. Like she said, we're responsible for everyone on that scene. So from citizens to the firefighters to the medics to the police officers. And as supervisors, the three of us can agree, we're also responsible for everyone in that room doing you know, the dispatching. So one mistake is really critical. And so, and we're liable for that if something were to go wrong. You know, when there's an investigation, they start at dispatch. So, and we just trickle down the line.
Liability, it's a major
we are
thing.
the literal first
very
link
major.
in this chain of getting you help. And so if we make a mistake, it could be detrimental to the whole entire operation.
One thing I would say too is know that, yes, you're in your high critical incident, whatever, to you it's a high critical as a citizen, but know that it may have only been a couple minutes, but I can't instantly get a police officer or a medic or a fire truck to you. They're coming, but I can't instantly make them pop up on scene.
Right.
And we have citizens that I know it's the life and death, high
the
critical.
worst
This is, they're way up here, and you're just like, okay, I need you to come. I'm here with you. I'm not leaving. I'm not going to hang up until I've got you help, but know that they can't instantly be there. They're coming.
That other people are having emergencies. But
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that yours isn't also an emergency.
Yeah.
Like they don't have to be equal, but we do try to like explain to everyone. We have to go in an order. Like we do really try to get them off the calls into the next as soon as possible, but like you can only do so much.
You can only
when
do
there's so many things going on at
Yeah.
one time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Even during night shift.
And just like there's a shortage of dispatchers, there's a shortage of officers. There's
Yes.
not a lot of
Yeah,
people
yeah,
who want to be in public safety.
Yeah.
So we
Right
do
now.
the best we can with the resources that we have. And, you know, we have to follow policy at the end of the day. We wish we could get everybody out there as soon as possible. So, but that's just not reality.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
Christina, I have a
Yes, ma'am.
question.
Okay.
For you. I know we're going to flip this, right?
It's okay. Flip it away.
As a trainer, you're a training coordinator as
Yes.
well, so you're not just a supervisor. So, I mean, what do you think is important in order to be a 911 dispatcher? What qualities do you think we should possess in order to become
You got to be able to type. For
That's
one.
for sure.
You
Yes.
got to be able.
That's
To,
for sure.
You got to be able to multitask or
Yes.
compartmentalize. So you got to be able to hear the phone, talk on the phone, listen to what people are saying, type it in the computer, and hear what's going on in the room. So that if your call is in addition to somebody else's
Right.
call, okay, so I need to update this one call instead of having 6 calls for this one incident.
Yeah. Right.
They're all together so that the officers know, okay, I've got 5 people I need to talk to, and not go, oh, I only need one?
Right.
No, by the
Yes.
way. But know that training is not instant. It's not
No.
instantaneous.
Oh,
You're not
so
going to get
long.
certified. Everything, it takes
So long.
almost a year to get fully certified with us, whereas police department, you're 6 months.
Yeah.
Fire department, you're about 6 months.
Yeah.
That's through all the training. So,
Yeah.
and we do everything in-house, so we don't make you come in with the knowledge.
Right.
We
Yeah.
will teach you everything.
Right.
Right.
But if you don't have that, a little bit of multitasking skills and typing skills, you have to be able to type
Yeah.
at least 35 to 40 words a minute.
And that's to start with.
Yeah.
Right.
But I feel like
Yeah,
people don't really understand what it is to multitask. I think that they think
yeah.
it's like doing 2 things at one time and pausing one at another. No, we are genuinely doing
Constantly
like
going.
3, 4, or
3 or
5
4
things at
different
once.
things, especially as supervisors. We're listening to
Multiple
6 different radios out loud. You're listening
Yeah.
to the people taking calls out on the phones. You're it's so many things for you to listen
There's
to.
so
You-
much
you want to
situational
check
awareness.
on someone that you hear, like after you just hear someone take a call for cardiac arrest. We
Yeah.
had one the other day where it was you just answer the next phone call and I have to
Right.
send them a message and I'm like, are you
you
okay?
okay before you take
And they're
that
like,
next
yeah, I'm
call?
fine. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, do you need a 90 or 1090? Those are our breaks. But like, do you need a moment or
Right.
no? He's
And we
yeah,
are
it's
our
fine.
own checkers. We,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
we are the
yeah,
ones
yeah,
that
yeah,
check
yeah.
on each
True.
other. We don't have a lot of people that check on us most of the time. We have a few,
Yeah.
Chief being one of them, but
We have you
Yeah.
ladies, SZA.
but
Right, I
SISM,
said right.
which is crisis intervention,
Yeah.
so that when you're done with your crisis, we might have our
We
own
might
crisis.
have our own, yeah.
So we have somebody to talk to
Yes.
to help us through our crisis.
And if you
So-
genuinely care about what you do, you tend to take on that trauma. You
Yeah.
tend to feel that
Yes.
like throughout the day.
You do.
Yeah.
If it's a really rough call, especially something personal to you, like children or
Yes.
kids
Yeah.
and things like that, those are really difficult. And so you hold that throughout the day. If not, when you go home the next day, next
Yeah.
week, you still feel it in your body. So we definitely have to check in with
and we
each
don't
other.
get that closure most of the time,
No.
like the
No.
officers or the fire department do. We don't get that closure. We get that. Oh, next call, next call, next
We
call.
get the
and-
news article.
We'll get the news article, yeah, the
you
social
know.
media poster, and like, oh,
Which is
that's
crazy because
behind.
we're so involved
might
in the
say down the
beginning and
line.
at the end
Yeah,
we
you never
have
know.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, to kind of hold on
So-
to. Yeah. So definitely I think you're right. Definitely knowing that as a dispatcher going in is important, because if it's not something you can deal with, then it's going to be
we
difficult.
get vicarious trauma, and it's not.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's not just from the phones. We get it from the radios,
yes,
because if
yeah.
you hear something on the radio, one of this happens to one of these officers or firefighters.
Yeah.
Your heart's in your chest, but
Yeah.
you have to go on.
But you
Yes.
keep going.
You can't-
Yeah,
have
you
to
can't
keep going.
freeze on the
no,
radio.
Can't freeze.
I'm done. I'm quitting.
No,
I can't.
I had that the other. I think
We've
it was
had
New
people do
Year's.
that.
I dropped my thing and I was like, oh, okay. Just like, I don't know what's going on, but I hope he's fine.
Yeah.
And I mean, just how fast it can go. Like we said, we can literally be there just chilling, especially on night shift.
Yes.
You know, and then, you know,
3 o'clock in the morning.
Someone keys up and they're yelling,
you know, exactly.
Yeah,
and
it's really
they
difficult.
are relying on us. They depend on us. So, you know,
because earlier, like she said, first thing they do is ask dispatch. I had an officer get in an accident one time, and they're like, "Where's he at?" And I'm like, He was on a call like 5 minutes ago. He's somewhere in this area, and I mean, I got them there-ish, but I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, we know everything, but we don't always
know everything.
Yeah, but
yeah, absolutely.
And I would definitely say too, just even coming in with the experience, and like you said too, Christina, as far as learning along the way, that's a big thing. I know for myself, I can speak of. You learn so much, and I mean, we're constantly learning every single day. You know. You learn that there's different way. Everyone might do something differently, but we might get to the same end result. It's just working with other people, using everyone as resources. I mean, it's just we're like a family. We really are. You know, we spend so much time with each other every day.
So much time.
You know,
so much time. 12-hour shifts,
It's
like
now.
5 and a half days of the
absolutely.
week.
More than I see my regular family. Yep.
Absolutely.
And you pass things down because, for example, she was my trainer. Deidre was my trainer for. I was dual training on phones and police. I got put around a couple of times because people were leaving and all the things, but I was with her. I learned things. I inherited. We joke all the time for our training documents that she would write books. And then I got Imani as a trainee, and I did the same thing. I would write books when I would do her police training with her, and not necessarily anything bad, but it was because we care about our job. We're detailed. I knew that she really wanted to learn it. She wanted to be good. She didn't want to make mistakes. And when you have a trainer that takes the time to pour that same energy into you, like it shapes a dispatcher as well. Like if I would probably not be the same dispatcher that I am today if I didn't have her as my trainer. And I'm sure there's plenty of people that could say the same for theirs as well. But
I could definitely speak the same. You know, definitely with Jada training me. You know, coming in initially, it was like definitely she knew I could do it, and she stayed on me. You know, she stayed on me. It's like that, like we said, that mom figure. Like you're gonna get it. I know you can do it. So you know,
we're gonna keep you through this, and you've been my mentor through my entire career. So
you're everybody's
this is like a
this is dispatch mom. Christina is everybody. Do we have something? Christina has it. I have a question. Christina, she can answer it. Something's broken. Christina can fix it.
Right.
Yeah.
And having that experience too, like we have so many different levels of experience in our center. I mean, you have 26 years.
That is crazy.
Somebody who's been our supervisor for a year, and we're able to collaborate. Like it's that's amazing to see, and we have to build off of that. We have to trust each other and be humble enough to ask.
Yeah.
You know, definitely
and
ask
be willing
help.
to share that knowledge.
Absolutely.
So.
Gatekeeping is not a thing.
No,
you can't. You can't.
No
You gotta.
gatekeeping.
Yeah, everything's forever changing in here. So
Ladies, thank you for joining me today on this podcast of Unveiled.
thank you.
And thank you all for joining us today on this podcast of Unveiled for Dispatch. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Yes, for having us.
Thanks for joining us for Unveiled, a podcast highlighting the extraordinary men and women of the Hampton Police